Okay, so we maybe, well, yeah, if you have been a fan for a long time, you maybe consider many times why the hell didn't Goku do anything in this future timeline? And in this what if he is going to try and do something? Let's say that he cannot make it back, and he cannot warn them, he cannot tell the Namekians to revive anybody because there's no Namekians. Moro killed them way before that. Well, not way before that, but a few years later. Let's say that Moro went just breathed himself and just killed the Namekians or someone else did, while the Earth was sort of being destroyed by those guys, or the population and the waters of the Earth. Let's say that that's the case. So there's no new Namek for some reason, Moro or some other reason, and Moro never came to Earth. All right. So what happens is that Goku cannot come back because he died of a heart disease. So he tells King Kai if there is a way. Because as soon as he tries to come back, his body will fail him and just dies again. Because apparently you're gonna be revived if you died of natural causes, and pretty much carrying him to Earth is kind of like if he died of natural causes. I don't know. Let's say that that's the case. It's the same thing, right? So it cannot be done either. So let's say that were the case. Then Goku speaks to Kinkai about it, and Kinkai tells him that he shouldn't think about that. He has a new life, sort of there in the other world, and in the other world, and he has a tournament. But Goku still insists, and Kinkai reluctantly tells him that there is a creature, there is a being who is being created in a lab, and that being is a kissing nature similar to Frieza, King Cole, himself, Goku, Vegeta, and others. That being is now very small, of the size of a worm, but it will grow and it will be very powerful. Goku says that, and Kinkai tells him that being born as that being will corrupt him, and he will try to do what he can to get him to follow the right path, but still, it's a sacrifice. And Goku still insists that he needs to go back because he needs to protect Gohan from the androids. Gohan and Chi-Chi, he needs to save them. So, he, he is going back. Long later, after Gohan's death, and a year after 2 years after Trunks returns from the main timeline, or not the main timeline, or whatever, and has disabled the androids using a control that from information that he found on Jiro's lab back in the past. Because taking into account that in this timeline there's no cell, so what they do is disable the androids with the control that Bulma gives them. They maybe Vegeta does train in the Perpolitine chamber or not, but still, they still disable them that way, so Trunks is not that strong. So, Trunks figures out that there's some very strong power, and that very strong power, which just rose out of nothing, seemingly, feels similar to Frieza, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, for a moment, and he tracks that power up to Gohan's graveyard, up to Gohan's tomb, was the graveyard, and there, in front of Gohan's tomb, he says that what the hell, what the hell, I don't want a freaking song, okay? And in front of Gohan's tomb, he sees the strange feet, sort of feet, feet trails of a strange creature, like those weird feet that the imperfect cell has, like those things like triangular feet. This thing, he sees this, and nearby he sees like a hole, like once the creature or whatever was powering up there. And he also notices that the weeds around Gohan's resting place are all eliminated. Someone obliterated them, and someone sort of cleaned up the stone, like kind of mm, clean up the dirt or whatever, like as a sign of respect. So then Trunks just goes back to Capsule Corp and tells everything to Bulma, who's left like, huh, how strange. But Trunks still is going to go to the past to tell them that he did manage to disable the androids. This time, he feels that other creature once again. That creature is the one that was sort of paying respects to Gohan's tomb. The creature strikes Trunks' neck from the back, leaving him unconscious, and then enters the time machine. Well, he's a bit tall, but he sort of uses this seat posture or whatever, and cuts off his tail or something because probably he hasn't even needed it. Maybe he doesn't know that can heal, so probably he hasn't cut it off, and sort of wraps it around his neck or something to fit inside the time machine, which is like very small. And here looks larger, but yeah, it's fairly small, but still, I think that he will fit without turning into an egg or something ludicrous like that. So he says the time machine and heads to the past. Bang in the past. Goku arrives right when everybody is on Namek. Yeah, he does. Back, or let's say, on the past, in the past, Goku arrives mm, close enough to Ginger Town, but he feels bad for having stolen the Bulma's time machine. So what he does is he figures out where is the return button, which is probably in front of the seat, right? Looking down there, trying to search for it, and he exits the time machine and uses his telekinesis, which Cell was shown to have it, to try and figure out how to push the button. And then he just pushes the button once he's outside it. So the time machine flies up and then gets back to the future. That way Goku doesn't have to worry about leaving Bulma without her time machine because he probably only had one. No, the the programming that Cell has is getting the better of him. He wants to absorb the androids. Well, also more than that, he probably wants to destroy them, and even more than that, to fight them. But he certainly wants to absorb them. Pretty much because the he's been held for a very long time, and that doesn't go away so easily. Okay, seriously, come on, that cannot be good. Oh my gosh. Anyway, whoa, terrific. Oh, he will wait if that makes sense for him, which is very hard because he will find it difficult to just wait around without doing anything. So instead of just waiting, he will participate in the tournament. And that will be 4 years from them. 4 years, nearly 4 years from that moment. Will be May 7 of the same year that the androids are going to show up. The androids show up on May 12th. So he will pretty much absorb number 17 and 18 in May 12th. But on May 7th, he has the tournament. So this time, the World Martial Arts winner will be Cell. Yeah, seriously. 24th. But what was he doing in that time? Well, probably since he's Goku, and he couldn't stay just on the spot and do nothing. He knows about the instant transmission, so he probably went to another planet and trained there. Let's say Yardrat. Okay, but what happens when Cell trains? He has Frieza's DNA, Frieza's cell, Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, but especially the Frieza ones, and the modifications that he has. I will think that he will become enormously powerful. Even if you consider only base form, because he hasn't figured out any other form, Frieza, how strong was he in his sort of normal base form? 1,000 times stronger? At least in his first form, I think that he could hurt Gohan. So he was at least maybe 200 or 300 times stronger in 4 months. Imagine if Goku were training for 4 years on his own. Let's say that he got 50,000 times stronger. No, okay, because he sells, so it's not the same as Frieza. It's not as much quality, maybe. Doesn't have as much quality to grow up in power quickly. So say that's only 10,000 times stronger. 10,000 times. Cell's power level was probably at about 200 million at the moment. So, oh my goodness. 200. It's 2 trillion. It's 2 trillion. He's so strong that probably everyone on Earth can feel him and detect his presence because he's nearly as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku when he fought Beerus for the first time. Not that much, but when he wasn't powered up. So yeah, imagine that. 2 trillion. Are you kidding me? And it's just base form. It's like this. That's so hilarious. He won't be powerful enough to wake up Beerus, but will be so powerful that the other Goku, probably the Goku from that timeline, will sort of do instant transmission to him and go like, "Oh, you're really strong. How did you go so strong?" And he will be like, I eat vegetables. Really, he's not eating people or anything. It's just training. But I don't know. I think that it will be very weird for Goku to find himself and go like, and then the other Goku will just teleport back to Earth because he's training. Taking into account that Goku received a visit from Trunks. Now there's no time machine for them to find and figure out that there's a cell even though there's that weird alien who feels like them and and he's very strong. But even then, he's very suspicious. But even then, Trunks showed up, and Goku will be fine. But it will be like the main timeline in which he finds the androids, but he feels really bad, and sort of with the heart disease and sweating and so on. All the while, Vegeta is training to become a Super Saiyan, and then once number 17 and number 18 are freed by Dr. Giro, this guy shows up in front of them, and there are Trunks there. Not the Trunks that he knows. Trunks there, Cheetah, Piccolo, Tien Shinhan, Krillin, even the androids are very surprised by the creature who just teleported there. So they're like, what the hell is that thing? Piccolo is like, impossible. It can't be. Must be an android. It was made from young DNA. Goku is left like, I'm just here to find the androids. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, okay, so you're an alien. Yes, I'm an alien. Vegeta ignores Goku and just goes to fight android dating. Well, Goku has been training for this Goku. He's been training for 4 years now. So he's not the same one that was before. Now he's realized that he can achieve incredible strength even without absorbing the androids. But he doesn't want to absorb them because of that. He wants to absorb them because he has a drive for it. Like if he does it, he will realize his true potential. It's not like he wants to, because he wants to have a proper challenge, but regardless, he still has a programming and will do it. And important because he wants to be freed from that desire for good. He wants to be Goku and just Goku, so to free himself, he will absorb the androids. Now, Vegeta ends his fight and is 18, and Goku just jumps towards 17 and absorbs him. And then, as 18 is sort of very scared and doesn't even move, he just jumps towards her and absorbs her too. So then Goku looks like this. well, not like this. More like this. But he's very powerful if he powers up. Still, everyone is left flabbergasted by it. Oh, so he's an alien who absorbs people. And then Goku explains everything, that he's Goku from the future that died of a heart disease and came here in this android body to destroy the androids, and absorbing them kind of counts as destroying them. So he did to avenge Gohan's death. And then Trunks sort of understands, but then asks why he didn't meet him. And he says that he will. He stole his time machine after he knocked him out, and then returned the time machine by pressing the return button. And Trunks is like, oh. But Goku tells him that he should be careful because just in case he's not himself, or the one that he sees could be another cell. Who knows how time works? Because this Goku is smarter, has Cell's brain. Now, Goku is still the winner of the last martial arts tournament, but no one will recognize him now And probably he still wants to make some sort of cell games if he wants to. If he if he wants to, if he wants to, but not say that he doesn't, because what is he going to do? Threaten anybody? No, he's not. But still, he will train Gohan.